Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm sorry I've been away for just a little bit here. I had a pretty bad fall when I was hiking at the end of October, and it's just taken me a little bit longer to recoup than I thought it would. So I'm back. I'm feeling great, and I'm so glad to see you. I've really and truly missed you. So today we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of November 14th through the 20th. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards and then move to the tarot for more details. I'm also having a contest this week, offering one free personal reading. And if you're interested in entering the contest, I'll have more information about that at the end of the video. Okay, so let's jump into this. Let's see what we have. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. I absolutely love this energy. And look at all that green. It's really about your heart chakra. I feel like this is perhaps clearing out some of the emotional baggage, if you will, that you may have. Last week we had the full moon in Taurus, and then we also had the 11/11 portal. Very emotional week. And I feel, Sag, that, this is really kind of like, you see how this frog is like one of those frogs, I don't know exactly the name of it, but it's like on top of the water. Like it can, it has special, I don't know, pads on its feet or something in order so that it can actually like walk on water. And I feel like, water is our emotions. It's almost this energy of being able to get on top of your emotions after perhaps what was a very difficult week last week. And then we have transformation. Yeah, just something is truly transforming within you. Perhaps for the very first time in a long time, you're feeling like you're on top of your emotions, like your emotions aren't driving your actions. It's a really lovely energy. This Scorpio energy, and the transformation card, that's the death card in tarot. We're still in Scorpio season for about another week. And I feel like this is really helping you to clear out the clutter in your heart. You see how it's interesting. I've never noticed this, but she actually has her hand on her heart, right? It's almost like getting in tune with what your heart truly desires, not allowing, emotions or situations from the past to deter you from where it is that you really want to go. Yeah, this is lovely. So lovely. Mending, after a time of feeling orphaned. Mending your own heart, understanding that, the things that have happened, especially like last week, if you were triggered or you just had emotions from the past that were just kind of like popping out of nowhere. It's a sense that you were doing that final releasing, kind of like metamorphosis. If you think about it, a frog goes from a tadpole into the frog. There's this sense of transforming from, the older version of you to this, Sagittarius, 2.0 or even higher, depending on how many times you have kind of like really and truly transformed yourself. I feel like you understand you're not the person that you used to be. It's almost like you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and you're kind of like, okay, I'm not that person that I was. I've shed that skin. And as difficult as it may have been, that's exactly what you're doing. Oh my goodness, this is just beautiful. Yes, look at this. Having this opportunity, getting inspired to move forward, on your spiritual path, Eight of Cups, walking away from something that really isn't bringing you any joy or fulfillment, whether it's a relationship, a career, a job. It's, okay, I have to decide what is best for me. For some of you, really and truly embracing your spiritual purpose. This is the call, to your purpose, to standing up, to understanding this is, a transformation for you. The judgment, is second chances at perhaps something that you had in the past, but really a second chance for a new life for yourself. We have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. I just absolutely love this energy. I feel like it's almost this sense that things are finally going your way. It's very much that Wheel of Fortune type of energy, and yet the Wheel of Fortune isn't here, but you're confident, you know, you're having victory in this situation, that the money, the financial stability, just this sense of fulfillment is finally coming your way. So let's take a look at the tarot. We have All That Glitters and then Six of Swords. Moving on from something that was, you know, just not satisfying, or perhaps was not authentic, you know, whether it was a relationship that was not authentic, or a career or a job that was not aligned with your own purpose, right? It's kind of like you may have been faking it, pretending that it was okay. It's a facade. You realized it was a facade and you have to move on. But I think you've done that in the past. I think you physically have kind of removed yourself from something in the past, but it's that emotional, you know, getting on top of the emotions of moving on. Sometimes it is easier to physically leave a situation or a relationship, right? But then it's really hard to emotionally detach from it. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're kind of like, okay, I'm not going to be happy as long as I still have like one foot in the past, or I keep thinking about the past. It's really time to move forward. Yeah, look at all of this new energy. You know, oh my goodness, you have 3 pages here, right? You have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords. You know, just this new, fresh energy. You may be starting a new relationship, or starting a new career or a job, and understanding, okay, I'm starting over. It's almost this energy of I'm starting over. I'm the novice. I have a ways to go, but at the same time, think about it. When we're fresh, we're starting out new. We may have some fears, we may have some anxiety, but we also have that excitement, that enthusiasm that a page has. You know, I've said other times on this channel, when I was a teacher, I loved working with brand new teachers. You know, I was the veteran and I might be mentoring a first-year teacher. And I absolutely love that, because they came in, they didn't have the experience I had, but what they did have was this fresh, kind of like fresh eyes on, you know, the educational system, but also this enthusiasm of just, you know, just so excited to be, you know, finally have their own classroom and be a teacher. And I feel like that's what you are doing. You know, you're leaving behind any feelings of lack of self-worth, or you're just, you know, feeling as if, you know, the financial strains of the past are behind you. You're no longer going to just accept anything or any situation or any relationship in your life. Instead, you're going in this new direction. And then the Six of Swords, again, moving forward, understanding that you're moving forward in this really loving energy. I absolutely love this, because it's not just a fresh start. It's kind of like, seriously, like you have shed the skin of the past Sagittarius energy, and now really stepping into this bright new world, because your obstacle is dropping that burden of the past, right? Whatever that might represent for you. You know, it could mean that, you know, just perhaps for some of you, imagining that this person or this situation would come back. And now you're recognizing that's just holding me back. I have to move forward. I have to find my life. I have to embrace my enthusiasm for moving forward, because there is a bright blue world out there and it's time for me to experience it. Yeah, the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. You know, our words create our reality. And I think you're recognizing that, you know, that your own thinking patterns, your own beliefs, your own hopes of something returning perhaps are holding you back from where it is that you want to go. This is, oh my goodness, this is just so lovely. Yeah. So this is we have the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups. Understanding that the very first step of this new chapter in your life is, you know, giving yourself a little cup of love, embracing what it is that you truly want for yourself and allowing yourself to give yourself permission to bring those things into your life that you're truly wanting. You have the Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting because we have the King of Pentacles here. But it's this energy of being really grounded, of really nurturing yourself, of knowing that you are creative, business savvy, just very nurturing to yourself and to the people around you, taking really good care of yourself, physically, financially, emotionally, listening to your heart with the High Priestess, following your intuition instead of just kind of, blocking out, There's a sense here that you may be blocking out those emotions of the past, have put those to the side, have just tried to move on. And now over this last week with that full moon in Taurus and the 11/11 portal, you are finally getting on top of those emotions and you're understanding that you are doing that mending, you are doing that healing, and it is time for you to move forward. So let's see what your advice is. Look at this, you have the Death card. I really feel like by the end of Scorpio season, you are stepping into this bright new world of co-creating with spirit, of reigniting your own intuition, of following your heart, of listening to yourself, what it is that you want in your life and how you want to move forward. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Part of it, the message I'm getting is sometimes, if you look at this card, the Death card, she actually, the skin has been taken away. You can see the skeleton there, right? I feel as if it's almost like, I just keep going like this because it's almost like you are taking off a coat or a cloak, almost like more like a cloak, allowing that burden of the past to drop away. And I feel like this does make you feel a little bit exposed because it's kind of like you're shutting a door on a certain situation or relationship. And you're like, okay, I physically shut that door, but now I'm emotionally shutting that door. And that is a little bit scary because you realize that you're moving forward on your own. You're no longer allowing your energy to be thinking about that person or that situation. You're moving forward. So it is kind of a little bit exposing yourself, if you will. I think that that's where these emotions are kind of coming up too, because it's almost as if you feel like you don't have that coat or that cloak around you to protect yourself. Let's go back to this, all that glitters. All that glitters is kind of putting on a mask, pretending that everything's okay. Now, I feel like you're being honest with yourself. You may be even honest with the people that really matter to you the most in your life, allowing them to know, okay, I am moving forward. It's almost as if you may have to verbalize this to somebody that, you really trust, but also care about, or, a good friend or a family member that you can confide in. I'm finally putting that to the side. I'm putting those burdens of the past down, and I'm definitely walking forward. But you could also be sharing with this person that you feel a little bit vulnerable doing this, right? Because it's, I think the part of this is that you're recognizing you can't blame this person in the past for the choices that you're making anymore. Like, I feel like that person did some, hurt you very significantly. And so for some time, Sag, you may have, fallen into a pattern of, because they did put you into a place where maybe you were financially strapped or definitely emotionally burdened, okay? So there's almost this sense that you allowed yourself to kind of fall into the trap, which we all do, Sag, of kind of still blaming that person for the way that your life is. Now that you're moving forward, you're recognizing, okay, we all played a part in that situation, right? It's not condoning what this person did, right? It's releasing that. It's almost like taking that coat or that cloak. It's so heavy. You're taking that off. You're releasing yourself from that burden. But now, because you're no longer allowing a certain past situation or relationship to hold you back, it's almost like, oh my goodness, like it's falling on me. And I think that, it's this moment of perhaps anxiety of, okay, I'm moving forward, and now there's no, I don't want to say blame, but there's no reason, there's no excuse. I'm not allowing myself any more excuses. I'm moving forward in the direction that my heart is calling me. It's beautiful, and yet, Sag, my heart kind of goes out to you, because I think there is a little bit of anxiety, as if you're, standing there naked, or, just kind of like vulnerable, very vulnerable, because you're recognizing it is up to you. Your future, your reality is truly up to you. It's a beautiful feeling. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is just so lovely. And then this is what happens. Look, because you're putting it out to the universe, you're understanding that you are taking back the control of your own life. As scary as that is, right? As scary as that is, it's kind of like, okay, I'm willing to work with spirit, because you have the co-create. I'm willing to work with spirit. I'm willing to work with others to help create this project, this business, sharing my spiritual gifts, walking forward in this loving way. And when you do that, look, you have perhaps new love coming in, but it's also this sense of just being in this sense of love, of just loving your life, of loving what you're creating, recognizing, okay, I'm shifting from perhaps keeping something, on my shoulder, allowing some, situation to hold me back. And now I'm moving forward. As scary as that is, as soon as you do, you almost like instinctively fall into this very loving, very abundant, very joyful energy, which is so beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it really and truly is. It's almost as if you're letting go of the tether to something from the past, And when you do, I don't know why they're showing me, I think it's a trapeze artist, where, you might have two people on, I don't know, like those swings or something. And then one person, there's three people, right? You're kind of swinging, I guess, more like this. And then, one person is swinging from one swing, is being caught by one person on a swing, and then flying through the air and being caught by the second person on the swing. It's almost as if you're kind of going through something like that. Think about how exhilarating that would be when you're up in the air and you let go of one person or one swing and do some, twirl in the air, and then latch onto another swing or another person. It's almost as if that is what you're feeling when you let go of this past person. You're just like, oh my gosh, I'm up here in the air by myself. And then all of a sudden it's like, yes, you catch on to somebody else, right? You catch on to the new life. But for a second, like how many seconds is that trapeze artist up in the air by themselves, not holding on to anything? I think that's a little bit what you may feel this week. It may be exhilarating, and yet at the same time, just like, fearful at times. So it's just kind of like Spirit's here to remind you, it's okay. You're letting go of the past so that you can grasp onto the swing of the future, right? And the fear or the anxiety, the feeling of exhilaration is all just totally common. You are on top of all of those emotions. You can move forward. You're not going to sink. You're not going to sink. All right, so let's pull your soul truth card. Who can I serve today? I love this card. In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of the others. Who needs you today? And I absolutely love that for this reading, because it is a little bit about when you let go of the past, and perhaps some of the regrets or the excuses that you have allowed yourself, okay, because of something in the past. You let those burdens go, and then you're free of them, okay? It's like, oh my goodness, okay, who can I serve now? I have my spiritual gifts. I understand that I have a purpose. And now it's kind of like I'm free of those burdens in the past. Now I can move forward and really share my love and light with the world. I love this reading. I really and truly do. You have such a beautiful energy here. Well, Sag, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But I am having a contest and giving away one free personal reading. I'll announce the winner on November 20th. To enter the contest, all you have to do is simply comment to this video, and somewhere in your comment, put love and light, and that gets your name entered in the drawing. So good luck to everyone. I wish I could do a free reading for everyone, but I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye for now.